Welcome back. Day 6 is for the hips, so pretty self-explanatory. The class today is going to target the hips. So we're going to start lying down on the back and get into some hip rotations. So start with the legs extended, with the hands on the floor, palms turned down. So this is just a little bit of grounding, a little bit of stability. From here, as you breathe in, lift your right leg straight up, and then as you exhale, release your right leg over to the right, straight out from the hip, and then begin to glide it back down towards your left leg. Now breathe in, come a little over to the left this time as you lift up, and then as you breathe out, move to the right and down. We'll just do one more in this direction, inhaling left and up, exhaling to the right and down. Now we're going to change direction, so as you breathe in, move your leg to the right and up, and as you exhale, take it across to the left and down toward the floor again. Breathing in and up to the right, breathing out, left and down. Last one this side, breathing in and up, and breathing out and down. Rest that right leg down. So just know that the size of the rotation, the size of the movement is completely within your control. If those big movements aren't available to you, then just take some smaller rotations. You're just looking to warm up through the hip. So now to the left side, breathing in, straight up with the left leg, soft bend in the knee as needed, over to the left as you exhale and come back down toward the right. Over the right leg, inhaling and coming up, exhaling to the left and down. One more time, inhale up, exhale down. And now we change direction. So over to the left and up, and to the right and down. Try to keep your lower back in contact with the floor and your abdomen engaged, so navel pulling toward the spine. Last one, coming up and over and down. Relax both legs, hold your awareness in your hips. And now bring your knees into the chest. I'm going to start to rock up and down the spine. So take a little kick of the legs back, rocking and rolling at the length of the spine. And again, it doesn't matter the size of the rock. If you don't get all the way up to seated, that's fine. You can come over to one side, bring yourself up, and then bring the soles of the feet together. Take the knees out to the sides, coming into butterfly pose. Holding on to the toes, lift your spine, so your head nice and tall, and gently bounce the knees up and down. Breathing as you do so. Now we're going to keep let's keep the left leg in and extend the right leg out to the side. Bring this left heel in nice and close to the groin. Now bring the left hand to the floor just outside and behind your left hip. We're going to lift the hips up, pressing down into the left hand and the right heel. So breathing in, extend up through your right fingers. Bring your right toes to the floor and start to reach your right hand all the way over. And exhale, coming back down. We'll do that again, breathing in and lifting up. Extend and reach, and breathe out, bring yourself down one more time. Inhale, lift up, getting into the front of the hip, side of the hip. Exhale, coming down. And now changing sides, so right heel in, left leg out, about 45 degrees. Right hand to the floor behind. Inhale, bring the left toes to the floor and extend your left hand all the way over. Exhale, bring your left buttock down. Again, inhale, lifting, extending long. Exhale, coming back down. One more time, deep breath in as you lift. Breathing out and coming back down. Cool. Crossing your legs, moving on to hands and knees. We're going to do some tabletop rotation. So big toes come to touch, knees come wide, sitting down to the heels. Walk your hands forward, rest your forehead on the floor. Now as you breathe in, shift your torso to the right. Bring yourself forward and up. Move to the left and sitting back and down. Take 2 more in this direction. Just be aware of the movement of the hips, the sensations in the hips. And then to the left, breathing in and up. Shift over to the right and move down. 2 more. And then come back up to hands and knees. Bring the knees under the hips, tuck the toes, lift up into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here, lift the hips up. And as you exhale, we're going to come to a squat. So walk the right hand forward behind the right foot forward behind the right wrist. That would have been really tricky. And the left foot forward behind the left hand. Now bend your knees out about 45 degrees over the same angle as the toes and bring your hips down. I'm going to bring the fingertips now underneath the arches of the feet. Breathe in, open your chest, look forward. And as you breathe out, bring your chin to your chest, lift your hips up, allow the back to round a little bit here. Breathe in, sit back down, open forward. Breathe out, lift the hips up, round the spine, drop the head. One more time. Now release your hands to the floor. Heel toe your feet in so that they're parallel with each other. Take a forward fold. Now inhale to a halfway lift. Bring your hands to your hips and bring yourself all the way up to standing. Now inhale, reach and extend the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward again. Take an inhale, extend the top of the head forward, and as you exhale, step the left foot back, take the left knee down. Now bring both hands inside the right foot. You can take the right foot further out to the side of your mat or even angle your right toes about 45 degrees. Just a couple of breaths here, moving side to side, maybe forward and back. Open and mobilize through the hip. Now tuck your left toes under again, lift your left knee. Get active and strong through the legs. We're going to come up to a twisting lunge. So right hand reaches forward and up, reaches back, and left hand lifts up, and here we are in a standing twist. Take one more breath in and out here. Inhale, reach forward, take both arms up. Now as you exhale, bring your back heel to the floor and bring your arms into a T position. Left hand now to the back of the left leg, turn the right palm up, inhale and reverse. And as you exhale, bring your right forearm to your right thigh, reach up through your left fingers. If you want to, you can extend over the head. Take one more inhale here, then exhale, bring both hands to the floor, step your left foot forward and fold. And again, inhale, lengthen forward. Exhale, this time right foot steps back, right knee down, both hands inside the left foot. And just a little bit of movement through the hips, side to side, forward and back, up and down. So just a little opportunity to explore the range in the hips. Now getting ready for our twisting lunge, tuck the right toes under, lift the knee up off the floor. So find that balance there. Left hand forward and up this time, rotating back, standing, twisting lunge. One more breath in and out here. Reach those fingers away. And inhale, come forward. And exhale, drop the back heel to the floor. Spread the arms into a T position, warrior two. Try to line the heels up with each other. And tailbones pointing straight down. Now reversing, right hand down. Left hand reaching up, maybe reaching back. Exhale, bring the forearm to the thigh, reach right fingers up, maybe over the head. Take one more breath in here, and then as you exhale, both hands to the floor. Step forward with your right foot, forward fold. Deep breath in, come all the way up to standing, reaching up, and exhale, hands together and down to the sides. So we've got a fun one for you now. It's a mixture of a hip opening stretch as well as a balancing pose. It's called floating pigeon. So to begin, hands can be on the hips. Take a soft bend in your knees. So we're creating a bit of a ledge. This right ankle is going to come up and rest just behind or above the left knee. Then draw that knee back. You can bring your hands together in front of the chest. Now we're going to sit a little bit lower into the squat. Press all the toes into the floor. From here, you can take your arms wide and fold forward to get a little bit deeper into the outer right hip, or you can stay here, hands together, if this is enough for you. Take a few more breaths, set your drishti, so finding that single point to set your gaze. And then getting ready to stand, hands to the hips, straighten up the left leg, lower the right leg. Maybe a few rotations of the hips. And then other side, bending the knees. This time, left ankle sits behind the right knee. Hands coming together in front of the chest, sitting a little bit lower, pressing that left knee toward the floor, maybe taking the arms wide and folding forward. Setting your gaze, finding your balance. Hands to the hips, coming up to standing. Release that left leg down. Loosen through the hips. Cool, now down to a seated position. So coming to sit with the legs crossed. Right leg or left leg in front, doesn't really matter. So we're just going to take a forward fold from the seated position. Use an inhale to extend tall through your spine. As you exhale, bring the hands to the floor. You can walk them forward. And just find a comfortable depth where you can feel a gentle stretch. That might be through the lower back, it might be through the hips. Keep your shoulders drawing back. Now walking the hands back in, bringing the soles of the feet to the floor in front of you and coming down onto your back. Getting the heels nice and close to the buttocks as we prepare for bridge pose. Hands to the floor beside you, palms of the hands down. And feel the contact of the backs of the shoulders with the floor and the lower back with the floor. So you want to keep those points of contact firm, particularly through backs of the shoulders. Pressing into the soles of the feet and each of the toes. Begin to lift your lower back up off the floor, breathing in. And holding here, and just imagining that you're squeezing something together between your legs. So maybe holding a book or a block or something like that. Take one more deep breath in here, and as you exhale, release down. Bring the knees into the chest. Now extend your left leg straight, keep your right knee hugging in. Hold that right knee with your left hand and bring your right hand down to the floor. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, draw that knee across the body to the left. Keep that right shoulder pressing into the floor. Aware of the breath. Come back to center, give that right knee one more squeeze in and release it down. And change sides, left knee in, holding it with the right hand. Left hand out to the left, in line with the shoulder, breathing in here. Exhale into twist. Knee over to the right. If you'd like, you can turn your gaze to the left as you press down through that left shoulder. Or you can keep your head neutral. Over onto the back, squeeze the knee in. And release both legs long, coming into Shavasana. And as you bring your body to rest, bring your attention to the area of the pelvis and the hips. Feel the right side first, and then the left side, noticing any differences between each side. And then feel this part of the body, hips and pelvis, lower back, as one part. Be aware of the sensations. And start to direct your breath down to that part of the body. So nice deep breaths down to the lower belly. Breathing in, feeling the abdomen expand. And breathing out, Belly drops back toward the floor, the weight of the bones and the hips release down to the floor. Staying here for as long as you like. I'll see you tomorrow for day 7 of our 10-day challenge.